It's the witching hour. Miami Beach's Midnight Flyer program. We're underway. This is your old buddy, Sleepy Sam, Miami Beach Midnight Flyer. Good music for you all night long, like. In fact, we got the best kind of music, you know. You don't believe it?
Hey, creep.
Well, you want proof we play the best music? You give a listen.
We came to give you a little hand with the program.
Look, I've told you guys once, I've told you twice, and for the third time, I don't take payola from no creep little record outfit.
Why? Heat's on payola?
I never take payola, I never intend to take payola.
You intend to keep talking without a larynx?
That gun's at my throat.
Yeah. And if you don't start playing ball tonight, sleepy boy, that great big gun's gonna make a big hole in your little throat.
I'll play ball, fellas. I'll play ball. I'll play ball, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, in an open microphone, these two creeps in this studio are described as follows for the Miami Beach Police Department.
This is Miami Beach, and it's quite a town. It's the richest 10-mile stretch of sand in the world. We have the simple things of nature. Sun and sea and sand and tropical breezes. Anybody can go native in half an hour. The Chamber of Commerce modestly claims that each grain of sand is worth its weight in gold. I don't know about that, but I can tell you that for luxury, for fun, for excitement, there's no place in the world like it. I'm a special investigator for the Hotel Association. My name is Jeff Thompson. Most people think I'm a playboy, and that's the way it's supposed to be, because I work without credentials in Miami Undercover. There's Rocky, my sidekick, and Lieutenant Mike O'Malley of the Miami Beach Police.
Sorry I didn't catch your act.
What act?
I hear you've been making noises like a cop.
Yeah, all over town.
Look, that broadcasting booth was in one of your hotels.
I know.
I used to listen to Sleepy Sam every night.
Well, doesn't that make it your job as well as mine?
That train whistle you start off with. Ooh, ooh.
The way I see it, it's in both our laps.
Well, that's the way I saw it.
And that yawn. Oh! The yawn after the train whistle. All right, fellas, I like the guy. I like him real good.
I thought you were playing this solo.
Grapevine Rumble. I thought I had it wrapped. The wrong steer.
Your stool pigeon system break down?
No, but I might. This is what we've got on it so far.
Well, you've been keeping secrets.
Now, sometimes I get foolhardy and try to go it on my own.
Lieutenant, you're bucking for sergeant.
Raven Musical Enterprises out of Toledo, Ohio. They decided to branch out into some larger cities, and Miami Beach got lucky. They chose us first.
Lita Irish. Is that a name or a lullaby?
Local thrush. Gives the record that hometown girl makes good touch.
Well, what did she say when you asked her the usual questions?
She gave me the usual answers. What is it that they call the girlfriend of a mobster these days? The word still Moll?
Oh, that bad, huh?
She's one step away. And she's scared. I don't know, maybe it's because of the disc jockey and the engineer being murdered. Maybe it's because she didn't realize she was getting into that kind of a league. And then maybe it's just because she might be out on a limb.
But not far enough out to talk to a cop. However, she met somebody she could begin to trust, and
We'll give you a cover, Jeff. An out-of-town identity that the mob can check on. In fact, it's already been arranged. You're a New York booking agent. Now, these guys want to push this girl, so they might think you're just the guy who can do it.
Already arranged, huh?
Yeah. All right. All right. Forget it. I just had a silly idea that maybe the Hotel Association might want those 2 murders solved, but...
Where do I find her?
Mangrove Inn. You know the place, out on the South Beach.
Yeah, I know where it is. So this is the record Sleepy Sam wouldn't play, huh? Excuse me.
I'm through with love, I'll never fall again. Said adieu to love, don't ever call again.
Funny thing, it isn't bad.
Better believe, old Mike, he's been studying his musical appreciation.
Rocky, do you know what you'd look like in a clown suit?
A clown.
I'll keep my feelings there. I have stocked my heart with icy Frigidaire, and I mean to care for no one, because I'm through with love. Why did you lead me to think you could care?
Something bother you?
No, I'm sorry. I used to watch all your fights.
Oh, like you were a fan, huh?
Yeah, you were the greatest.
Hey, that canary must have something.
She's going right to the top.
Oh, I can tell on account of him being over here.
Why, who's he?
That's Jeff Adams, big booking agent out of New York.
Well, you think he came just to hear her?
What else would he be doing in a joint like this here?
It will never bring
Excuse me, champ.
the thrill that used to be. For I mean to care for no one. And so I'm through with love.
Rocky had set it up, and the termites were coming out of the woodwork on schedule. Not that Lita Irish was one of them. O'Malley had read her right. She was scared.
Waitress, Mr. Adams' check is on me.
Well, now, that's amazing. How did you know my name?
Mr. Adams, you're far too modest. I'm Ted Craig,
How do you do?
and this is Lita Irish.
You won't you join us? This is Miss Stanton, Miss Irish, Miss Craig. I told Lita she had a good voice and that she might go places. She sat frozen-faced, but Craig ate it up.
Maybe you'd like to interview her more formally.
Well, fine. Tomorrow at lunch?
We'd be delighted.
I was under the impression you were a freelance singer.
Oh, for outside booking, she is.
Can't she talk, or does she just sing?
I can talk. Lunch where?
Eden Rock, Pavilion Room, 1 o'clock.
Date.
Okay, okay. She'll be alone.
How long have you owned this place, Mr. Craig?
3 months. She came with it. How lucky can a man get?
Or a girl? How lucky can a girl get?
Lita and I met as arranged. And if she was scared of the mob she worked for, she was also scared of something else. Me. I've heard female singers have a hard row to hoe. Everybody makes passes. Oh, not that she was wide-eyed or innocent. It was just that how many times does a girl have to go through that same routine? 10? 20? How many?
What are you thinking about?
The world situation.
Politics on such a sunny afternoon?
The way the world is for some of us. So your family lives right here in Miami, huh?
I'm one of a large family. My oldest brother's in the seminary. He's going to be a missionary someday.
They sound like pretty nice people.
They're the best.
Rich or poor?
Very poor. That's why it helped a lot when I finally got the job at the club. I got $60 a week and a free dinner every night.
Singing for your supper.
Just about. But when Ted Craig took over, he raised my salary, and he got me that record contract, and he says he's grooming me. How about it? Do I have a chance?
I'm not sure yet. Why don't we drive up to Fort Lauderdale for dinner? I'll get you back to the club in time for your act.
Fine.
Will you come up with me while I change?
Up where?
I have the penthouse here. I thought I could read her mind. I'd said I wasn't sure whether she had a chance. And it sounded like a come-on invitation, but not to the dance. And she must have been thinking, here I go again on that old merry-go-round.
Just to let you know that I know what's expected.
That's very tempting.
I've been there.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Not you, but this route.
Do you think I brought you up here to make a pass at you?
You must be kidding.
Because I think you're a nice girl, do I have to be kidding?
Now, I could kiss you and mean it.
Lita, I'm not a booking agent.
Not? Well, I don't get it.
I'm working with the police.
A cop?
All right, a cop. Last night, 2 people were brutally murdered. One was married and had 2 small sons. The other left his mother and 4 sisters to grieve.
Biggest joke of all, a cop.
I wonder if your brother would say that. The one in the seminary. Oh, yeah. If you go back and tell any of this to Ted Craig, I've had it. I'm through. Kaput.
Mean you actually gambled that I might not tell him?
Yeah. And remember, if I lose, you lose too.
What do I lose?
Whatever is left of that nice girl we were talking about.
Ada.
Go ahead. Lita Irish, who grew up in Miami, who used to know right from wrong. Now a girl who's been there and likes it.
What do you want from me?
Information. Anything you can tell me about that setup you work for.
What makes you think they tell me anything?
Aren't you Ted Craig's little girlfriend? Or is he just the overly protective type?
What do you care what I am?
I don't. But when innocent people have to die because some slob wants to push a phonograph record, I think I've got the right to yell for help.
Why don't you call out the Marines and wave the flag at them?
I didn't know any Marines, and all I could expect now was a visit from a couple of hoods. If they were that foolish, a visit would be something, but not enough.
Make this fast. I don't know whether they intend to kill anybody, but tomorrow, before noon, Scotty's drive-in.
Well, she came through. I was afraid she wouldn't.
Why would they hit a place like that?
Well, they won't put in a Raven jukebox or even play a Raven label record.
O'Malley had the place staked out. Even Rocky had gone undercover, making like a short-order chef.
One handboy coming up down. Stay right with you.
The Hoods still thought I was a booking agent from New York, a front we might need later. I was to stay out of the action, out of sight.
Okay, Bill, get in here now.
Wait a minute, it's me.
Implicated, now maybe you can hold him for a while.
All right, fine, but it doesn't prove murder.
You can take that thing off now.
Do I have to?
It isn't even a serious offense.
Well, you look pretty silly.
Now you tell me.
A smart lawyer would get him out in a couple of hours.
Well, you've got to find some way to hold him without bail.
How?
Suspicion of murder good enough?
Without evidence? Do you realize what the DA would do to me?
Yeah, and if you make that charge stand up, he'll give you a medal.
Do you think we can do it?
The boys are yelling they were framed. They walked into a police stakeout. They think they were double-crossed, and they're not about to hold still for it. Well, they might start to sing their heads off about Sleepy Sam and whoever sent him out on that job.
Is that what you're going to feed Craig?
In big doses.
All right, I'll make a suspicion of murder.
Now, wait a minute. You've only heard half of it. I want you to sweat those guys. Make them think that Craig really double-crossed him to get the heat off himself. Steam them up.
Oh, I see.
And keep steaming them.
Right.
Put it back on. You look better with it on.
Sport and Rennie walked into a police stakeout.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Miss Innocence with the oversized conscience. You don't know about anything, do you? Then why'd you cry your eyes out over some lousy disc jockey that got what was coming to him?
That had nothing to do with it.
How'd the cops know my boys were coming if somebody didn't tell them?
You think that I?
There you go. First guess out of the box. Now, look, I'll tell you something else. They're being held without bail. Now, add that up.
Ted.
Cream puff, that's what you are. Soft in all the wrong places.
I didn't tell the police.
Who else but you? Oh, this is an unexpected visit.
I've been trying to find you.
Something important?
Well, I thought it was, but if you're busy.
Well, what's it about?
Your boys down at headquarters.
Who said I have any boys? Look, I'm a nightclub owner, Mr. Adams, pure and simple.
I guess they were lying.
Well, wait a minute. What'd they say? How do you know so much about it?
Well, I have an old friend at City Hall. I might add, he's not aware of the fact that I know you, or he wouldn't have been so indiscreet. I came to give you a report as a friend, but maybe you're not in the mood.
No, believe me, I am in the mood.
They think they were framed.
I think they were fingered.
No, nobody fingered them. They hit a place where a police lieutenant was eating a hamburger. He saw him start to break things up. He yelled for help and joined the action.
So that's the way it was, huh?
But your boys don't think so. Mr. Craig, you didn't tell me that you were a mobster out of Toledo.
Forgive me. The boys?
They're trying to make a deal. They'll sign anything the police give them just to make bail. They think you double-crossed them. They're ready to talk about you.
All right, beat it. Show up tonight like usual. Hey, listen. How come you're being so nice and friendly?
Well, who owns nearly half the nightclubs in this country?
Yeah, you got a point. The mob.
And I'm a booking agent. I'm always friendly with people I do business with, a matter of policy. I've got contacts in New York City that might surprise you.
Okay. But I didn't frame those guys. They must be half out of their minds.
At least.
Look, I gotta get down there and talk to them.
No, the police won't even let you close to them.
They've got to. Look, we got laws in this country. The police can't break the laws. Thank you, Mr. Adams. But I've got things to take care of. In a hurry. You were right. Cops wouldn't let me see him.
Oh, I'm glad you finally showed up.
Why?
I had a chat with your boys. They made bail.
Which they intend to jump?
All they want to do is get out of Florida in a hurry, but they need financing.
Still think I set them up.
Nothing will ever convince them otherwise. Now, what they want is money, a lot of money. And they're pretty mad, so if I were you, I wouldn't be stingy.
Well, I'll give them plenty. Money, it cures everything. Why gun me when they can grab a bundle and lamb?
I set up a spot for the payoff. 21st Street in the Ocean.
21st in the Ocean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Listen, when I have a nightclub in some other town, I need an entertainer. You'll be the first agent I call.
Well, now, that's what I was hoping for. I do for you, you do for me. You look very pretty.
Think so?
Yeah. And, thanks.
It's the other way around. You said something. You said if you lost, so would I. I couldn't get it out of my mind. I guess because you're right.
The world situation's improving.
Yes.
Even though you may be out of a job.
Doesn't matter.
Is it about time for you to do your act?
Pretty soon, yes.
You looking for somebody?
His initials are Ted Craig.
He asked me to tell you he was waiting for you.
Waiting. He ought to be running.
Someone whispered in his ear that you two guys sang up a storm.
That's a lie.
Maybe you can explain that to him before he starts shooting.
Where is he waiting?
21st Street in the Ocean.
That's hot. He's gunning for us.
Well, it figures. When he arranged the double cross, he thought you guys would never get turned loose by the law. Thought he had a couple of pigeons in a coop. Now he's embarrassed.
Whose side you on?
Hers.
Mean with Craig out of the way?
Good hunting.
Mr. Crumbum himself.
What's the matter, boys? I got your money right here.
Who do you think you're turning the screws on?
I'm not turning the screws on anybody.
Listen, get this good. We bumped Sleepy Sam because he was starting to blab his fat mouth.
But you're the one who sent us there. You're the one who told us to.
Payola payoff, huh?
All right, let's go. Come on.
Need me. You had your share of slaves around you to hound you and swear with deep emotion, devotion to you. Goodbye to spring.
The new owner of the Mangrove Inn kept Lita Irish at her old stand. And another record company, a legitimate one, had just signed her to make an album. I'd gotten the news first. She didn't know it yet, but she would. Name of the album? One word that describes Lita and a lot of girls just like her. Thrush.
And so I'm through with love.